Altius means higher, and we're trying to take the level of this quiz show one step higher if we can. We've seen how quick they can be in Citius. Now they get questions on subjects of their own choice. 10 points per correct answer, 2 shots for each team at the grid that's up on your screen. We start with the Bishop School from Pune.
Strikers.
Okay, strikers it shall be, and they said that in unison, like a pair of finely tuned strikers. Which South American striker who started his career with the club Universidad de Chile in 1994 is nicknamed the Matador? Which South American striker started with Universidad de Chile in 1994 is nicknamed the Matador?
Marcelo Salas.
It's 10 points. Marcelo Salas. It is. They are leaving absolutely nothing so far. Let's move on to St. John's, Chennai. This will take you back into the lead.
Mystery.
Mystery. Take a look at what comes up on your video screen. Identify specifically the name of this sport. Might seem obvious, it may not be. And once all the teams have had a chance of going for it, what is the answer?
Wakeboarding.
Oh dear, I gave this big build up and the answer came so easily. Wakeboarding it was. They moved into the lead, but Villa High School have a question in hand.
Athletics.
There you are. Your athletics question is a still photograph. Jersey number 576 is a legendary middle distance runner. Who is he?
Mirat Yeftar.
Question passes. On the buzzer.
Saeed Awita.
Not Saeed Awita. St. John's.
Kipkeno.
Kipkeno! Kipkeno is what I was looking for. Now, Bishop's Pune.
Coaches.
Okay, coaches. Of which former athlete did his coach once say, if kids imitate him, he will wipe out an entire generation because they will all have broken necks? Of which former athlete did his coach once say, if kids imitate him, he will wipe out an entire generation because they will all have broken necks? Of which former athlete was this said? Bishop's Pune.
Whitley Sherbo.
Question passes. On the buzzer, BHS.
Dick Fosbury.
What an answer. Tremendous answer. Dick Fosbury, it was for its technique or in the high jump of jumping with his back facing the bar. BHS pull one back. We move on to St. John's, Chennai.
Etc.
Okay, etc. Your etc. question is a video clip. I want you to identify both personalities from the EPL. 2 personalities from the EPL. Give me both. Right, seen enough. St. John's.
Alan Smith and David O'Leary.
Alan Smith and David O'Leary it was. And just to tell you how simple they found that, the other 2 teams suddenly had their faces drop when they saw that. Said, oh dear, here's the 10 points are going. BHS, you can squeeze another 10 in here.
Moments.
What record was created when Hashan Tilakaratne was caught by Sanjay Manjrekar in an India-Sri Lanka test at Ahmedabad?
Kapil Dev broke Richard Hadley's record of the highest number of test wickets.
What wicket number was it?
430 seconds. 430 seconds.
I'll still give it to you. Well, you got it right anyway. 432. I was going to give it to you anyway because I asked what moment it was with the creation of a world record, and that indeed was what it was. So BHS, whose faces were dropping at the David O'Leary, Alan Smith question, suddenly perked up again. They really charged. Let's take a look at the scores. Still in 3rd place are the Bishop School from Pune with 20 points. Just slipping into 2nd place are the Birla High School from Kolkata with 52 points. And with 3 correct in that round of Altius, sneaking into the lead, St. John's from Chennai with 58 points.
छोटो मोटो पप्पू राजू मंडे टू संडे दिन या रात खाओ साग अंडे ही अंडे ऑमलेट भी खाओ बॉयल भी खाओ या कच्चे ही खाओ सुन लो आज हल्का रात अंडे ही अंडे संडे हो या मंडे
His secretary is terrified of him. His colleagues call him the shark. But with the children he coaches, it's a different story. Some of the most interesting people drive the Wagon R. What about you?
Fortius means stronger. One more time. These three teams come down here to face me. Do it for themselves, their schools, their teams. Try and get this big lead in this big semi-final. You know how it works. You've done it several times before. Negatives on 10s and 20s, remember. None so on 5. Use your lifeline carefully. Lifeline can only say yes or no. And then I'll go to him for an answer. We'll start with the leaders. St. John's Chennai lead by 6.
5.
And you want a 5-pointer. Here is your 5-pointer. In the 2002 season, which Formula 1 driver raced on his home track at the Sepang Grand Prix circuit?
Alex Young.
Alex Young, it was 5-pointer. They hit it and they go up to 63. BHS Kolkata
5.
lead by 11, trailed rather by 11. They wouldn't mind leading by 11. They want a 5-pointer. In which sport would you come across trophies called the Walker Cup and the Curtis Cup? Walker Cup and Curtis Cup. In which sport would you come across? You want to use your lifeline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Golf.
Golf it is. You pick your 5 points. Well done, BHS Kolkata. You've used up your lifeline, but you could not let 5 points go. That is critical. Bishops Pune.
10.
You want a 10. Here is your 10-pointer. Which 2 cricketers hold the record for being the first 2 Zimbabweans to score centuries in both innings of a test match? Your lifeline's looking very interested. Okay, let's go.
Dave Horton and Andy Flower.
You got one of them correct, not the other. Andy Flower was correct. The other was Grant Flower. The other was Grant Flower. Let's go on to St. John's Chennai, lead still by 6.
5.
Okay, here is your 5-pointer. In which city is the Sultan Azlan Shah hockey tournament held? In which city is the Sultan Azlan Shah hockey tournament held?
Kuala Lumpur.
Why are you looking so bemused? Kuala Lumpur it is. You pick up 5 points. Well done. Now, BHS Kolkata, 11 behind. They need to decide whether they need a 10 here or a 20. A 5-pointer, if they get it, will bring them a little closer to Chennai. I'm not sure that's enough, but that's their decision.
10.
10 it will be. Okay. Which legendary tennis player won the Wimbledon women's singles event 5 times in a row between 1919 and 1923?
Suzanne Lenglen.
Oh, $1 million smile erupted on BHS Kolkata. It did not just appear, it erupted. Suzanne Lenglen, it was. Difference is 1. Bishops Pune.
We can't equalize, so I'll go for 5. 5. 5.
He wanted something else, didn't he? It's you, the person who comes down, we regard as the captain. 5 points it is. Here is your 5-pointer. Which Formula 1 driver won 2 consecutive drivers' championships beginning 1990? 2 consecutive championships beginning 1990.
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna, relief on your partner's face because he knew the answer and you'd used up your lifeline. You picked your 5. Now, St. John's Chennai have a huge decision to take.
5.
Okay, here is your 5-pointer. In which edition of the World Cup did Paolo Rossi score a hat-trick?
1982.
1982. They hit that, and St. John's Chennai pick up their 5-pointers.
10.
10. It has to be. Which famous footballer's son only wears his first name, Jordi, Jordi, on his jersey?
Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff it was! Johan Cruyff it was! Jordi Cruyff is his name. His name is Jordi Cruyff. but there must have been such a huge pressure being Johan Cruyff's son. He only wears your D on his jersey. St. John's, did you know the answer to that one? So was it simple then?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, depends. Bishop Spooning.
5.
Okay, 5 it shall be. Which cricketer captained India to their first Test series win in England? Which cricketer captained India to their first Test series win in England?
Ajit Wadekar.
Ajit Wadekar is absolutely right. Bishop Spooning pick up 5 points, end with 25 points. What a round, what emotion. Let's see the scores. In third place today, that fine team from Bishop Spooning with 25 points. In second place of the last question of the day, St. John's School from Chennai with 73 points. And hitting that last 10-pointer and winning the first of this 3-leg national semi-final, Birla High School from Kolkata with 77 points. So there you are. Birla High School from Kolkata celebrating their return to the ESPN School Quiz in some style. And that shows you how good these teams are and how close they are at this level. The team that does well on the day seizes the advantage. And Aditya and Robin pipping St. John's by just 4 points. And then on Friday we went through to the first of our second set of national semi-finalists. We had Rajendra Vidyalaya, St. Anselm's and Rangubai Zunnare High School from Nashik. We'll give you a little glimpse of the action. We'll show you a bit from Sitius. Still on our speed round, we know by now that speed is not a problem. Let's see if they can repeat their performance one more time. No anagrams, no negative answers. Go for your hunches. Just remember, if you hit your buzzers before I've completed the question, I stop the question there, and then if your answer is wrong, I complete it for anyone who may not have hit the buzzer. 6 questions. Here is the first of those. Which legendary cricketer's autobiography is titled Hitting Across the Line? St. Anselm's.
Vivian Richards.
Vivian Richards it is. They pick up 5 points. They like their cricket, St. Anselm's. Hitting across the line. Viv Richards was the answer. Here's question 2. At the 1980 Lake Placid Olympics, in which event did the American sportsperson Eric Hayden win?
Figure skating.
Question passes. If no one's gone for the buzzer, Jamshed
Skiing.
did.
Skiing. Slalom.
Rangubai Zunnare didn't go for it. Oh, they did.
Cross country skiing.
No, the answer I was looking for was speed skating. The answer I was looking for was speed skating. The question was, in which event did Eric Hayden win 5 gold medals at the 1980 Lake Placid Olympics? Question 3. Which former tennis great won the Australian Open women's singles title 7 times in a row?
Margaret Court. Margaret Court.
Margaret Court it was. They hit it early and they hit it correctly. Backing themselves are St. Anselm's, and they've gone into the lead as well. The complete question was, which former tennis great won the Australian Open women's singles title 7 times in a row between 1960 and 1966? In which sport would you come across scoring patterns? Scoring patterns called wazari?
Judo. Judo. I played judo. It's judo. It's judo.
Judo it is. It doesn't matter whether you played it or no. Judo it is. I actually was going to give many more clues. I was going to say wazari, yuko, koka and ippon. Which soccer player represented England in 6 World Cups? Rajendra Vidyalaya?
Bobby Charlton.
Question passes. Did anyone else go for the buzzer? St. Anselm's did.
In 6 World Cups.
Question passes. It goes to Rangubai Zunnare.
Bobby Moore.
No, nobody got it. The question was, which soccer player represented England in 6 World Cups between 1970 and 1990? The answer was Peter Shilton. When you hit the buzzer, I expect you to be ready with the answers. You cannot then start asking questions once you hit the buzzer because you're buying time. I cannot let you do that. Question 6. In archery, how many points do you score for hitting the outer gold circle? Rajendra Vidyalaya.
1.
Question passes. On the buzzer next was St. Anselm's Jaipur.
2.
Question passes. Rangubai Zunnare.
4.
No, you get 9 points on that. The inner or the core area gets you 10, but the outer gold gets you 9 points. St. Anselm's Jaipur. So it's a round that's not short on emotion. Let's see what the scores say at the end of it all. So slipping from joint first to joint second. Rangubai Junnare School from Nashik with 12 points, and Rajendra Vidyalaya from Jamshedpur also with 12. But streaking ahead to the top, the only team to score points in part 2 of Citius, 15 in all. St. Anselm's from Jaipur with 18 points. And then they went neck and neck from there on till the final, where St. Anselm's finally held their cool and won in 40th. They finished with 23 points to Rajendra Vidyalay's 12, and Rangubai Junnare getting a crucial second place in there with 17 points as well. Tremendous finish for St. Anselm's, brightened their chances considerably of making the national final. But don't count out Rajendra Vidyalaya. They've never lost before. And remember, they're all India champions in the written stage of the ESPN School Quiz. So there's lots to play for. And join us every day then on the ESPN School Quiz, where we bring you the national semi-finals. And then on the weekend, when we've got our weekend review for you. It's very good. Join me then.
Welcome to the ESPN School Quiz 2004. In today's South Zone prelim, we have PSPB Nungam Bakkam Chennai, Sri Krishna Sriram and Vishal Chandrasekhar. SBOA Matric and Higher Secondary School Coimbatore, Srejit G and Rohit S. And the third team is Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan Hyderabad, Rishabh Kaur and Ayan Chakravarti. And your host, Harsha Bhogre.
Welcome once again to the ESPN School Quiz 2004. Our annual celebration of the talent that exists in India's schools, the talent and the knowledge indeed. We've got 3 teams that we hope will represent that. This could be the first step of a very long journey, and I hope it's a good first step for you. All of you know what the big prize is. The winning duo gets to go to a sports event of their choice anywhere in the world. If that isn't delicious enough, nothing ever will be. Okay, if all of you are ready, let's go into our first round. Let's play Citius. Okay, Citius, as you know, is our speed round, so I'm going to expect you to go for your buzzers very quickly. But remember, +5 and -3, so be a bit judicious as well while you're hitting the buzzers. And of course, there is a connection question at the end. There's no negatives on that, so you're free to go for the buzzer at any point you deem appropriate. If you're ready, Citius set 1. Let's be the first of our sports persons. Yes, who is it?
Mark Waugh.
Mark Waugh, indeed it was. That was very loud, almost like you were appealing to an umpire. Mark Waugh fetches you 5 points. Now let's go to sportsman number 2. Yes, here we go. Yes,
Sachin.
PVB.
Sachin.
Yes, he's got a second name as well, but we are so familiar with him. Sachin Tendulkar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Sachin Tendulkar fetches you 5 points. You didn't have much to go by there, but well done, BVB. Let's see if Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan can make a clean sweep here.
Saurav Ganguly.
Saurav Ganguly, indeed. Well done. You've got yourself a clean sweep in this round. Now let's see what we've got on our monitors. Set 1, Mark Waugh, Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly, PSBB.
Batsman to score 3 centuries in 1 World Cup.
Possibly, but that wasn't my question. The other 2 teams haven't gone for the buzzer. Let's see if you can get this one. Which common team has each of these 3 batsmen scored 1 of their 4 World Cup centuries against? Which common team? Yes, SBOA.
Kenya.
Is correct. Kenya is the answer. I was looking for 5 points to SBOA Coimbatore. Let's go on to Citius set 2. And here is the first of our sportspersons in this set. Yes, BSBB.
Matthew Hayden.
Not Matthew Hayden. Did someone else go for it? They didn't. Let's go on and complete this photograph. And let's see if you can get it as it draws closer. Yes, there you are. BVB, SBOA. In the south, we get these long initials. No one went for it. The answer was Yarno Truly. The answer was Yarno Truly. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Remember, there is a connection. Who is this? Yes, SBOA.
Eddie Irvine.
Not Eddie Irvine. There's negatives associated. No one else on the buzzer. Let's go on and complete it. Who is this? Right, he's ready now. The answer was Fernando Alonso. The answer was Fernando Alonso. But you only got to see that much, and it's not easy. In any case, they always have their helmets on, so you can't make out too much anyway. Now, number 3. Very distinctive looks. Who is this? Yes, BVB.
Ayrton Senna.
No, it isn't. Anyone else on the buzzer? No, let's go on and complete it. It isn't Ayrton Senna. There it is. Now a lot clearer. And the answer was... Nobody going for the buzzer. The answer was Alain Prost. The answer was Alain Prost. So, what have we got in this second set? We've got Jarno Trulli, Fernando Alonso, Alain Prost. Here is my connection question. Which Formula One team have these drivers raced for? SBOA.
Renault.
Renault is correct. SBOA just straight up there and then keep picking up their points from time to time. Well done, State Bank Officers Association School from Coimbatore. Unusual kind of round that, insidious, but let's see who's leading on the scoreboard. So in third place at this early stage, the Padma Seshadri Bal Bhavan Senior Secondary School from Nungambakkam, Chennai, -3 at this stage. Second position, the State Bank Officers Association Metric and Higher Secondary School, Coimbatore, 7. And leading at this stage is the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's Public School from Hyderabad with 12 points. So really not that much to choose there because teams have gone up and down. As you'll see on that curve, there you are, yellow going right up there, BVB, and then just taking a little drop down. And quite a reverse kind of curve for SBO. You got the opportunity to go back up again. The school I'm waiting to see is PSBB Nungambakkam, just hovering underneath, but Altis has lots of points, and who knows, you might just come back. That indeed is where we are headed next. Our Altius Alpenliebe Lageroho round. It's after the break.